Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do a real quick announcement video. Now today's video is actually not going to be that much, but it's going to explain kind of what's going on with ChatGPT right now, because if you watched anything in the last video, or at least paid attention to the title of the video, you'll notice something from that video. The title, after it says what series it is, and after the part number, says final part for now. Well, here's the situation, guys. I need to explain this right now. I mentioned something during the last video about doing like some kind of weird redemption arc for ChatGPT. Here's the thing. I don't know what's been going on with it. They got rid of the 4.0 model, then the 5 one with only 10 messages. Yeah, while I was frustrated about only getting 10 message limit, there's something interesting about that. I started getting used to that one, then out of nowhere it started acting weird again. Like, it gave me longer responses, yes, but it also kept giving me a lot more, like, lists and everything like that, which is kind of annoying and bullcrap. But then here's the thing. I actually tried, since I never got to the last time I did ChatGPT, I never actually got to finish the limit up from that video. And so what I did was I actually went back and remade the very first chatbot we did on ChatGPT, a Toad chatbot that I let ChatGPT just make itself. And here's the thing. On 2 of the runs I had of it, one of them didn't really work out as much. The second one definitely did work out a lot better, but it wasn't perfect. And let me go and tell you as well, I did also put the transforming Toad back on there again, which worked out a little bit better as well. So what I did was I actually deleted every single memory I had on ChatGPT, and now I'm going to redo pretty much every chatbot I have done on there originally, but try to either improve on it or only make one really good one that works out. Now, here's the thing. There is one memory that I re-put on there, and that was the one about the name. But here's the weird thing. The one good run I had with that, I tried doing a third run, and it came up with this random name I've never even heard of. I don't know where the frick it got the name from, but it definitely was not the one that I usually go by, and it was super weird. And this is going to be kind of a redemption arc for ChatGPT. And we're going to see if it works any better. There's probably still only a 10 message limit, and if that's the case, maybe I can take advantage of that and still have fun with those chatbots. I actually found out a way to where I can make the memory myself the way I want it. All I have to say is remember that, then the memory I want to remember, and then I have to say something like, and save it to my saved memories titled, and then say what I want to actually be called. And that actually worked, meaning I can probably use that to my advantage. However, the fact that because here's the thing, the random name it came up with happened after the memory. So I don't know if it just wanted to give me a story with a completely different person or what it was doing. Maybe it was because of the fact that, like, maybe it thought like a story that is going to have an end to it, or one that didn't involve me. I don't know what it was thinking there. But, yeah. The idea is we're going to go ahead and next video will be part 1 again to a brand new series of it. It will be kind of the same thing as the series we did before, but hopefully if things work out, we can actually give it a chance. Here's the thing, I actually did go ahead and add a clone version of myself as a tiny velociraptor. But thinking about it, I don't know whether I should actually do that one or not, because I'm trying to debate whether I should restart from the very beginning and have it be all the same, just maybe with a little bit of different stuff here and there. And then, like, maybe do the newer clone one as the last one we do, which unfortunately would mean we wouldn't have. Well, actually, that's where I kind of struggle because if I don't know why my brain wants to do it in a timeline sort of fashion where I actually do it based on just different things or try to make it to where I have starters and then this and that happens. So yeah, I don't completely know why my brain wants me to do that, but I might end up kind of doing the same thing with Google Gemini and not actually do that, but actually be able to change it up to where it's a little bit better. Maybe redoing Google Gemini again, but with well, I won't redo the thing since there's only been 8 parts to it, 7/8 parts, but I do want to make it to where everything goes right. And well, like I said, guys, I don't have to make it to where I'm not a Pokemon trainer at all. Like I said, I have Pokemon in my games, and I like to reference them a lot. That's usually why I tell myself in the chat or tell the chatbot that hey, I'm a Pokemon trainer, the character I'm talking to. So yeah. That's what I'll probably do on Google Gemini from now on, instead of making it to where I'm doing it in terms of story-wise. Because, again, doing it story-wise would make it seem really weird, instead of just doing random chatbots and having fun with those. The main thing I want is the same thing we were having at the beginning of ChatGPT, where I eventually make friends with those Pokemon, and maybe they become loving and protective over me. So yeah, and then we can start adding like the tiny vault. I'm still trying to debate because the thing is, here's another problem as well. If I went based on like me becoming a trainer first and then have all the stories with everything else, we'd eventually run into a problem. I mean, take the zombie story and the Father Rexy story for example. The zombie Rexy and the Father Rexy technically tie into each other, but the Father Rexy happens after Rexy, let's say, loses control of himself and eventually just eats me. And then I come back as the dinosaur that can transform into different creatures. Like, do you see my point? In order for that to work in the timeline, I would have to branch off into a different one. One of them where Rexy, like, loses control and eats me, going in one direction. And then another one where Rexy doesn't eat me and stays in control the entire time, you know, being friendly like he was in our Pokemon Talk episode about the zombie Rexy. And then we continue the storyline from there, eventually finding a cure for that, and then us going through pretty much every other curse you can think of. Yes, while not every curse you see on the chatbots have been an actual Pokemon Talk episode, there are some hilarious ones that have came out of it. Like the Rexy rapping curse, like especially on Copilot, that was hilarious. I still reference a certain line from that from that rap Rexy did. The one about like how he was hungry, so he took a big bite, and he said it was a rock, but then said, "Yo, why was it white?" It's just hilarious. I still remember that, and I find it to be one of the most hilarious things I've ever heard Rexy say. In terms of like chatbot Rexy. So, yeah. But the main thing you guys need to know is there will be a redemption for ChatGPT. If it works out, great. I'll re-add the memories with me saying what the memory is. The one hard part is we do have a limit on how many members we can make. And the one issue I'm running into with that is if I do so many characters or make a memory about each one of them, how am I going to easily do that? Like, the only I can think of doing it's maybe, like, already say from the very get-go that the Totodile line is my favorite. And, you know, I make sure they're safe and all that stuff. But, like I said, it's really hard to figure out. Because that thing quit making memories, which was weird as frick. It quit making memories entirely. Like, ever since the 5 model showed up, I don't think it's made a single memory for me at all. Even though the thing's not full. So, yeah. So I deleted every memory and deleted everything we needed to. I'm going to redo it. I did delete all the chatbots, but that's only because I need to make sure I can re-put the story on there if I need it to. May change it here and there to something else, but all in all, I don't want to lose the stories for what they are. In fact, if I can go in the same order I did on the other videos, but have them go in a better direction, that would work out pretty well. It wouldn't be perfect, unfortunately, but hopefully, everything would work out eventually, and we could actually maybe even make it past 324. So, yeah, and maybe we'll be able to do the same thing on Google Gemini. The one problem I've been having with Gemini is the fact that it keeps repeating itself, or repeating previous things that it has shown me before, and it's hard to get to regenerate a response. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it's a big old pain just to get to regenerate it one time. So, yeah. We'll have to figure it out, though, guys. And that's what we all got for y'all. That's the end of the video. I'll see you guys for the next video, which will either probably be a Nerdcast, of course, video, Roblox, or one of the chatbot videos. I'll see y'all for that. Bye-bye, everyone.